Hey guys, it's Ruben here. Uh, this is my first impression of the Husqvarna 701 Enduro. I've put about 250 miles on the bike so far. Uh, I bought it pre-owned, so right now it's about at 800 miles, I believe. That's the mileage I've put on it so far. 835 miles, so it's past being broken in. Well, just past the break-in period, so and first things first, let's give it a start. Put it in neutral first. Very quiet exhaust for stock. I am looking into getting a slip-on exhaust for this probably next week. Exhaust is my biggest complaint about the bike, actually. Let's start with that. The cons of the bike: really big, really ugly. Just if you look at it from the back, just horrible, massive, sticking out the side. Heats up real bad, so if you're getting on the bike and you get your foot over, you can easily burn a foot, burn a leg, burn a hand. Can cause some serious burns. But yeah, you can feel the heat after like a couple minutes of riding. You just feel it radiating off. Surprised the plastics here don't melt, but a lot of people have issues with the taillight melting. But mine's a 2018. I guess they've had enough complaints and warranty replacements on these, so they finally, I'm not sure even if this is a factory heat shield they put on. It's just a little sticky pad with the aluminum piece. Covers the bottom side of the taillight, so of the blinker. So I guess that fixed the issue because I haven't had any issues with it. It hasn't been heating up at all, so that's not a problem for me. So yeah, new exhaust should be on the way next week. What else can I say? What else do I dislike about the bike? There's actually not much bad things I can say about it. I've only put on 250 miles, but really loving it so far. Tons of power. I'd say not a ton of torque, especially down low. Very smooth, just progressive power, but closer to red line or say mid-range, it just starts pulling hard. Very interesting. So say you're going second gear, you shift from first to second, you floor it, it's just gonna accelerate smoothly, and then closer to red line, it just picks the front end up real easy. And as far as wheelies, it'll pick up in third, no problem. If you give it a little yank or drop the clutch, it'll pop in third, no problem. And quite surprising, actually, for the gearing on this bike, I was surprised. The gearing on it is quite long. On third gear, I believe you can hit 85-90 miles an hour, so that's quite some tall gearing. What else? Really like the suspension adjustments. That really accessible. You can just have it right here. The rebound on this side, compression on the other side, so say you're riding the highway and you want to take a trail off-road, you just switch it up, adjust it to your settings, your preference, and just go ride. What else? I've actually tried topping it out already, and this says do not go over 100 miles. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say how much I went, but so you take this number, the bottom number, and you add 20 to it. Yep, you can probably do that if you weigh 170 pounds or less. If you're bigger than that, I don't know, might be slightly less, but don't try topping it out. Don't do it. It's not the best. Your steering wheel starts wobbling, especially if you're sitting closer to the back. You have to put a lot of weight towards the front of the bike to keep it from wobbling too much, but that's a one-time deal. I'm not planning to, top speed this thing. I just did it to try it out. I was very curious because this is an Enduro model, so I'm sure the Supermoto model will go slightly faster because of these puppies right here, probably slowing it down a good bit. And about the tires, yesterday was actually the first time I put them to the test in the rain. Horrible tire for the rain. These are the TKC 80s, I believe. Yep, Twinduro TKC 80. Horrible tire for the rain. Do not attempt to do anything foolish or even like accelerating or braking hard under wet conditions on pavement. So on the dirt, they're good. Front tire is awesome. On the rear, it's all right. I would say my tire is it's kind of toast. Well, it still has some life in it, but I would say about 50%. So I'd say it's decent off-road. What else? So decent off-road, horrible in the rain. Pavement, I haven't tried cornering too much. I don't really want to risk it, but they seem pretty grippy. If I would like try to lock up the front brakes on slow speeds, it would try to pick the rear end up. So I'd say that they're pretty grippy. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Not much things I dislike about the bike. It looks really nice, and actually you get a ton of compliments on this bike. So I went out the first time I got the bike. I went out first ride. I was riding for about, I'm not sure, an hour and a half. I had at least 5 people comment on the bike, just sticking in their thumbs out. The car, just thumbs up. And I've had a few bikes. I've had FZ09, the lime green rims, gray color. I've had the 959 Panigale, and I was surprised to get more attention out of this bike. Very impressed. I guess people just like the color. The frame looks really cool. The white frame just pops. The green as well, green yellow. It's like a lime yellowish. Poppy colors. Yeah, people seem to notice this thing on the road. That's about it. To conclude, very good bike, love it. Tons of power. Just overall great bike. I'd highly recommend it. Guys, thanks for sticking around watching this video of my first impression of this bike. If you guys have any questions or recommendations, feel free to leave a comment in the description. Thanks again.